77 days left of this season. That is going to go by like that. No opponent will give you the game. You have to go out and you have to earn it. Let's go to work. Come on.
Newcastle United has been sold with immediate effect.
Well, hello and welcome to Geordieland 1892. It's good to be back. Been a lot going on. I've been, as usual, on a disappearing act, but you know, that's the way I am. All sorts really gone on. I mean, we did talk, I think the last video I put up, we were talking about Sandro Tonali and his signing. And of course, we were talking about the new home kit. Well, since then, obviously, the away kits, should I say, the second kit, the green one, which is absolutely lovely. I wasn't sure about it at first, to be fair, but the more I've looked at it, the more I've studied it, I absolutely love it. The Champions League kit has now come out, the blue one. It kind of looks, it's kind of a bit like the one from last season with a pattern on it, but it's all right, it's all right. But I don't think I probably won't be buying that one. But I am after the home one at the minute, and I'm after definitely the green one. I love it. So what's been going on? Well, obviously Harvey Barnes has joined Newcastle United, which we all know, and he was flown straight to Philadelphia there, and virtually, you know, he was swept to the USA, and then made his debut as well. So, and he did quite well in that. We played Gateshead, we beat them 3-2, poor old Gateshead. I love Gateshead Football Club, I'm from Gateshead. So yeah, Gateshead were 2-0 up in that game, but unfortunately the game was absolutely washed out by torrential rain. And when I mean torrential, it was more like biblical. It was unbelievable. Just kind of wiped the fan base out eventually. It was just like bathwater tipping from the sky from what I could see. And it was a bit sad really, because it could have been a much longer, better day at the club. But Gateshead did make a lot of money out on that friendly, and Newcastle United giving all of their gate receipts, well, what their share of the gate receipts to Gateshead, which I think was a very noble thing to do from Newcastle. Obviously we went up to Rangers, we went to Glasgow, we went up to Ibrox to play Rangers, and we beat them 2-1. Apparently everybody had a really good time up there. It seemed very hospitable. So you know, we've done all right. So we took on Aston Villa in the USA in Philadelphia at the Lincoln Financial Arena, I think it's called, is it? And basically it was a 3-3 draw. It was a bit of a thriller. It was midnight kickoff, 1 o'clock for me over here. To be fair, it was a really good game, I thought. I was a bit kind of mind-boggled by the formation at first, and then I worked out what was happening. That 3 at the back, I'm not sure I like it. We looked a bit overexposed quite a lot, didn't we? But we did bounce back. We were 2-0 down after 11 minutes. And we did bounce back, and we got it 3-3, and you know, we could have bloody won that actually, because to be fair, even though they did have the chances, Callum Wilson was completely cleaned out in the box, and it should have been a penalty from behind as well, cleaned out, and when I say, but hey, it wasn't to be. Now, breaking news today, as we speak, it looks like Jamal Lewis could definitely be off to Watford on a loan spell, and Carl Darlow could be flying back from America, and he could be basically going to be bought by Leeds United. Carl Darlow, who's been a long servant for Newcastle United. Eddie Howe basically said there just wasn't room for 5 goalkeepers in the squad. And I think it's probably time for him to go. Leeds United, why not? They're looking to bounce back into the Premier League. I think he'd be quite happy there. He's a good keeper. I just think we've got better keepers, haven't we? So obviously, I suppose sad to see him go after all these years, but it looks like it's nailed on that he will be going to Leeds United. Now, the long-awaited Amazon Prime documentary has been announced, and it's been announced that on Amazon Prime it will kick off on August the 11th, and there'll be 4 episodes going through to September. So that will be on our screens from the 11th of August. I'm looking forward to that. I've got a bit of a trailer here if you want to watch it.
7 days left of this season. That is going to go by like that. No opponent will give you the game. You have to go out and you have to earn it. Let's go to work. Come on.
Newcastle United has been sold with immediate effect.
He can hit it!
What's the ambition? It's to be number 1. That's the ambition. This is the biggest deal the club will have ever done.
Last year, the measure of success was to not be relegated. This year, it's slightly different.
Like, I don't know how this has happened.
Our aim has to be top 4.
And we was born to play Champions League.
Champions League, it's about 45 million to the bottom line.
When I went to school, I liked it.
Is that Mrs. Osborne there? I used to fancy her when I was a kid.
There is pressure on everybody to deliver.
It's a mindset. It's how strong you are.
We have been very active in the transfer market.
Everybody thinks that there's add another 20% to it and sell it to Newcastle.
I think they're bluffing.
We need to win games. We need to score goals.
Eddie Howe trying to lift his team out of a recent dip in form.
Fucking hell, lads. Fucking hell.
They want a quick game. Coming in. Let's fucking give it. Let's blow them away with our running. Let's be intense in every action that we do. Let's make it a quick game. Let's go.
Hi, so there you go. There's the official trailer. That was on YouTube, and it looks like it's going to be a fantastic program. It's going to be a bloody decent watch, isn't it? When you think about, you know, from relegation fodder to Champions League football, it's unbelievable how this whole story has unfolded at Newcastle United. Alan Shearer narrating pretty much most of that, and obviously some great shots and scenes from behind the scenes at Newcastle United during those campaigns. Now, people having a bit of a moan about the membership. It came out today, 10 o'clock this morning, I believe. Look, all right, it's going to cost a bit more money, and they've changed the rules a little bit, so it's a bit more potluck whether you get a ticket or not. You'll be told 24 hours before a game if you have actually been lucky enough to receive a ticket. It's a bit like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, isn't it, with a golden ticket. To be fair, I didn't get to see Newcastle United not even once last season. I sat underneath in Shearer's bar many times, watching them on the telly in there, underneath the ground, but I couldn't get a ticket for love nor money. I was going to sign up for the membership this morning, but to be honest, I just think that, you know, like I say, it's a lottery, and the way that they've changed it, it is more of a lottery now. And to be honest, you might pay your 36 quid or 37 quid or whatever it is, and you know, you might not even get a ticket this season. I don't know. I'm sure you will, but it would be interesting to see how this is all going to work when it all comes to fruition. But me personally, I decided not to sign up for it because, to be honest, if I know that I've got a ticket 24 hours before, it's a nightmare for me getting a flight and everything. It's like, and then if I travel there on purpose and you know, I don't get an email I've kind of travelled for nothing, haven't I, really? I mean, I can still have a good piss up with the lads, like, and watch it on the telly, but it just seems, you know, never mind. But listen, one of the big factors behind all of that is that everybody wants to go and watch Newcastle United because they're bloody playing fantastically and things are happening, and our stadium just isn't big enough, and that's the point, really. I don't want to leave St James's Park. I don't want to build a big super new stadium somewhere, really. I think this idea of fan zones might be a really good idea if maybe they can get somewhere that we can watch the games on a massive screen and get the rates for that. I don't know if they can do that, but for me that would be a fantastic idea. Get barbecues on the go and having like a big fan zone area, as long as they're not screwing us to death for the beer and the food, which, you know, it's a good possibility, isn't it? Or I'll probably just end up going down the Excelsior Club or the Wickham House or the Highwayman, and I'll probably just watch matches there in good company. They're always packed out anyway. So anyway, listen, that's all I've got to say really for the day. I am going to be back with more. Like I say, I haven't been around. Been grafting quite hard, and it's been very tough in the heat here. It has been at times up to about 41 degrees, and when you're working all day outside in it, it's pretty rough. So basically, you just come back and you're burnt to a crisp, and you need your rest, really. But I will be back soon. There'll be more coming up soon, and listen, if there's any news on any transfers, I'll be popping up. But thanks for watching anyway. This was Keeper, Geordieland 1892. All the best to yous. Remember to like and remember to subscribe, please. It doesn't cost you now. It doesn't cost you now, man. Come on. Hit the subscribe button. We're up to 1,700, I believe, now. You know, channel's doing all right. The Celtic side of the channel's doing very well. You know what I mean? It's all fun and games. So anyway, from me, Geordieland 1892, I'm out.